Good morning, happy Friday, Southwest Florida. Thanks for sticking with us. We're off to a gorgeous start to the day. Nice way to kick off a beautiful weekend ahead. Tracking some partly cloudy skies for various parts of Southwest Florida. Taking a live look from the East Naples area. Beautiful. Definitely just humid though, and that humidity is going to come into play as we head into this afternoon and evening as we're tracking a heat advisory, but we'll take a closer look at that here in just a moment. Not feeling drier, but tracking slightly drier air in the atmosphere, and that's going to try to have some influence on our local forecast. Storms potentially not as widespread as what we typically see, but still tracking scattered storms. That drier air in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere can actually enhance lightning. So that's actually what we've really seen since the midweek, and we've seen some great photos and videos from viewers. Continue to send those our way. We love to see and share those because specifically of lightning, but make sure you're taking those pictures safely from indoors. Scattered showers and storms today, time out a little bit later, more so in the late afternoon and evening hours, and then linger a little bit longer into the later evening. So here's a look at temperatures right now. Stepping outside at 85 degrees, Palmdale, 86 for LaBelle, Bonita Springs, as well as Naples, as warm as 87 for areas like Marco Island right now. That heat advisory is specifically active for Collier County over to our East Coast counties, rather, for until 6 p.m. because of feels like temperatures upwards of 112 degrees heading into this afternoon. Here's a look at today's forecast highs. Low 90s, above average though by a couple of degrees. 92 for Marco, 93 for Fort Myers, and 94 Babcock Ranch, Arcadia, and Punta Gorda today, thanks to that slightly delayed start of those showers and storms, allowing us to soak up some of that sun a little extra longer. So here's a look at that future track. Keeping things nice and quiet, partly cloudy skies through about noon, 1 o'clock, 2, 3 o'clock, potentially a few spot showers starting to fire up. Really becoming more so isolated to then scattered showers and storms into 4, 5, 6 o'clock across Southwest Florida. Here's 6:30 on that future track. Future track does try to hone in a little bit more on our inland communities, but that does not rule out the chance to see those scattered showers and storms hit or miss across the I-75 corridor and our coastline communities, lingering potentially as late as 8:30 like we saw yesterday, and then starting to dwindle and become a little bit more weak or through later on tonight, where we could be tracking just some lingering rain. So here's a look at that Friday night forecast. I'm heading out to dinner later on tonight with some friends for a birthday celebration. I have to remind myself to make sure to have an umbrella handy in my car through 8 p.m., likely tracking some rain and storms, but that cools us off into the low 80s for later on tonight. In the tropics, tracking 4 areas of low-end chances for tropical development, but we'll talk about that in the next half hour. Here's a look at your 7 and 10-day forecast. Scattered showers and storms stick around all week long. Highs hold steady in the low 90s.
A woman attacked